Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's a new Wednesday, which means new comic book day. New comics are hitting the shelves all across the world. Digitally, physically, it's like the best day of the week because it's new comic book day. DC's hooked us up with one of their releases. It is Action Comics number 993. 7 away from 1,000, from the big 1,000 mark. For those who read like the last issue, you'll know why. I actually really dug this and was excited to read this issue. So written by, I think it's Dan Jurgens. Yep, called it. Dan Jurgens, Joe Prado, and Cam Smith did the ink art. Jan Jurgens also is the story and pencil art with Hi-Fi and Rob Leigh as letterers. With cover by Dan Jurgens, Trevor Scott, Hi-Fi, and Francis Manapul has a variant cover. Alright, this is why this is an awesome issue. Alright, we're going to spoil 992. 982 ended with... Alright, well, we'll back up a little bit before we spoil the ending. So basically, the issue was, for those who haven't been paying attention, there's the whole Mr. Oz saga. We learned that Mr. Oz claimed to be... Well, we didn't learn that he claimed, but he claimed to be Jor-El, Superman's father, saved by this mysterious being at the end of Krypton's life, and has been kind of hiding out on Earth, manipulating things, causing all kinds of war. Basically... wanted to get Superman off the planet for whatever impending thing that's coming, and, you know, we're still kind of up in the air. Some people don't believe it's Jor-El. Obviously, Superman doesn't believe it's Jor-El. So Superman wanted to go and find out, like, is this really the truth? Went to Green Lantern, see if they had any info on it. Things weren't conclusive there. Clearly, like, the videotape of Krypton getting destroyed, which is really kind of weird that Green Lanterns have this, but whatever, was kind of messed with, so still things weren't clear at all. Superman decides to go and basically steal, not really steal, but use, without asking permission, Flash's treadmill, time treadmill, and goes back into the past. Just as he goes and gets launched into the past, Booster Gold shows up. Now, for those who don't know Booster Gold, basically he is the time-travelingest bro of time-travelingest bros. He was kind of the original bro in comics. You know, screw up, stole a time machine, trying to get, you know, be famous with celebrity, uses social media. Really entertaining character, lots of fun. We haven't seen him in Rebirth other than the Flintstones tie-in. I don't know if that counts as Rebirth, but he hasn't really been present in Rebirth at all. So this is basically Booster Gold being reintroduced in Rebirth. Now, he shows up and he's like, oh crap, Superman's disappeared. So this issue is the follow-up to that. So Superman's in the past, things are changing, things are getting messed up a little bit, and Booster Gold has to basically go stop Superman. That involves a fight with the Flash, because Flash doesn't want people messing with his cosmic treadmill. And, like, all kind of, like, hell breaking loose. Basically, the question is, like, what has Superman done? Is he going to fix things? Can things be fixed? Like, is he going to save Krypton? All kinds of interesting stuff there. Like, we see Zod and his father, and it's going to, really feels like it's going to dive into that, like, last moment of Krypton stuff. I don't know if it's going to answer the question for Jor-El, but this is just, like, a time-traveling, fun comic. I mean, it's fun. This is what comics are meant to be. Like, a lot of fun, entertaining, goofy, like, time travel. It's just, Dan Jurgens, I think, has been nailing it with Superman as a whole. This issue, especially, and kind of the last issue leading up to this, it's kind of really well embodied that fun aspect of things. So, highly recommended story-wise. I think it nails it. It's entertaining, it's fun, it's entertaining in a kind of goofy way. It's not really meant to be taken serious. This is, you know, Superman traveling in the past. This has a, like, a 70s, 80s vibe about it in a good way. Like, I loved those stories that really had no big, giant impact, and it's like, is Superman gonna survive type of stuff. Like, that is entertaining comics to me. Or can be entertaining. There's other stuff that can be, like, entertaining, too. Art is interesting, because Dan Jurgens handles the art. And Dan Jurgens' art, I think, is, like, solid. Like, I really like his art. But there's something kind of like a throwback to it. Jurgens has this vibe of the 80s. Again, not a bad thing at all. I'm not knocking it. I'm not making fun of it. It's just kind of this, like, throwback style, you know, in a lot of ways. This isn't kind of like the modern art house style that you'd expect at, like, DC or Marvel or something like that. This is, you know, Jurgens has this style from the 80s and 90s, which is not a bad thing. I mean, like, if you liked 90s run Superman, Death of Superman, stuff like that, that's what this reminds me a lot of. So the story, the art, everything just kind of has this like retro vibe about it, and we're not talking retro too long ago. We're probably talking like 20, 30 years ago, which for some people is a really long time ago, but for some of us, not so much. So I enjoyed it a lot. I think this was a lot of fun. It's an entertaining comic. Really interesting to see where this all goes. You know, Booster Gold's going to be coming back into the DC Universe, which is awesome. Hopefully we can get a nice, like, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle team up out of all of this. Let's hope. So, yeah, this is one I recommend. I think this is just a good read, entertaining. Go, pick it up, you know. It's going to be, whatever, 10, 15-minute read. It's not that long, and it's one you can kind of just turn your brain off and enjoy the fun and the goof. So, I want to thank DC Comics for hooking us up with this. You know, it's always great for them to help support our site. We're going to have tons of other reviews today on Graphic Policy. You can go check it out. Reviews are going to be running pretty much all day today. It's what we like to do on Wednesdays, just dedicate it to reviews for the most part. If you are into Superman and this issue in particular, you want to go pick it up, we've got a link beneath this video. It's an affiliate link, so we'll get a small percentage of this. But you were to go and support your local comic book shop first. Your comic shops will probably have this issue, so go support them first and foremost. If you don't know if you have a shop near you, we've got a link beneath this video. You can go and put in your zip code, and it'll tell you if a shop is near you. So only use that affiliate link if you have no shop near you. Go support comic book shops. It's what we want you to do. Other than that, like if you're into DC Comics, if you're into comic books in general, if you are into Superman, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. As always, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.